Hey guys, it's Christine here, and today's video is going to be on the pros and cons of owning a hamster. So first we are going to start out with the pros. The first pro is that they are a great pet to interact with due to their cute little faces and playful nature. The second pro is that they are a good pet to teach responsibility. I know that people don't want to advertise that hamsters are low maintenance pets, but they do require less work than say a dog or a horse. The third pro is that they are a good pet to introduce people to the small pet world. And if you don't know what a small pet is, it is basically like guinea pigs, rabbits, hamsters, mice, rats, chinchillas, degus, and so on. And I believe that hamsters are a good pet to kind of introduce people to the small pet world because they do have a shorter lifetime than a rabbit, for example. And they do require less work than, say, a guinea pig or a rabbit, so they are a good starter pet. The fourth pro is that they are very fun to watch, especially robo hamsters. Sometimes I just sit in front of their cage at night and watch them run around, and it's really one of the most entertaining things. The next pro is that hamsters don't make a lot of noise. For example, during the day, your dog might bark or your bird might be chirping away, but your hamster isn't going to make a lot of noise. The next pro is that so long as their cage is cleaned regularly, the cages won't smell. And lastly, depending on what type of cage you have, they usually won't be messy. Unlike a dog that will go do its business in your yard, or birds, which are generally pretty messy and like to throw things around, a hamster isn't very messy due to their cage, and because since they live in tunnels in the wild, they naturally want to keep their homes clean. Okay, now for the cons. The first con is that hamsters can become pricey, especially if you are a kid and, well, you aren't going to have a very high-paying job. If you are a kid, they can become a little bit pricey. The second con is that they are not a good pet for young kids who don't know how to handle small animals. I don't want to say this for all kids because growing up from about age 8, I have always had hamsters. In fact, my second hamster was a robo hamster. However, I knew how to handle them and they were a good pet with a reasonable amount of work for a responsible 8-year-old to take care of. I often notice though that especially very young kids, such as 4 or 5, like to squeeze things. Even when handling animals, they have this tendency to squeeze small things. If a child did happen to squeeze a hamster, it would not only injure the hamster, but the hamster may very well injure the child by biting it. Then, the child will probably not want to keep or take care of their hamster from then on out. Therefore, a hamster would not be a suitable pet for a child who is not very responsible and is not mature enough to know how to handle small animals. The third con is that hamsters are nocturnal. This means that you might not be able to see them often if you go to sleep early. Next, because hamsters are nocturnal, they are noisy at night, and they will be up at night running around and making some noise, especially on their wheel. So if you're a light sleeper, this may be a problem for you. Lastly, hamsters need a large cage. This is pretty much self-explanatory. If you have a hamster, you will need to find a space large enough for their cage. So yeah guys, that is it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and personally, the cons don't apply to me. So really all it is that hamsters are amazing pets and I absolutely love them, and they are pets that I would recommend to people. But of course, before getting any pet, you should always make sure to see if it is the right pet for you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!